advertisers.org brings you Fan Data is the New Currency of the Music Industry and Why Are Artists Still Broke? Welcome to The Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to share this one with you today because, honestly, it completely flips the script on how we look at streaming, social media, and what it actually takes to make a living as an independent musician right now. If you've ever felt like you're just shouting into the void on social platforms, this is for you.
Okay, let's take a quick look at our track list for today's Explainer. We're going to cover the fan data gold rush, the platform power struggle, building real fan memory, turning data into income, and finally, why trust is the ultimate currency. Let's dive in.
Track 1, the fan data gold rush, because every stream creates something incredibly valuable.
Now, every single time a fan streams a song, saves a track, or buys something, valuable data is created. But look at the stark contrast here between who actually gets that data. On the left side, we see what the platform gets. They get the actual human being. Name, email, precise location, purchase history, the whole shebang. But on the right, that's what the artist gets. A vague dashboard and a follower count. It's crazy, right? The platform knows the fan inside out, while the artist is just left staring at a shadow. You might know 100,000 people listen to your song, but you have literally no way to contact them and, say, invite them to a house show. And this perfectly illustrates the quiet power struggle happening in the business today over who actually owns the road between you and your audience. As makingascene.org points out, the industry isn't just fighting over master recordings anymore, they're fighting over the data. The platforms are stockpiling this wealth, building these massive digital vaults, while too many artists are still looking under the couch cushions for spare change. Moving on to track 2, the platform power struggle, visibility without control. So platforms provide these amazing dashboards with aggregated insights, right? But it's exactly like looking through the window of a bank vault. You can see your highly valuable audience sitting right there inside, but you can't export them to an independent list or take them home. Think about it. If a fan clicks subscribe on your video, the platform gets to notify them, not you. If that platform suddenly changes its algorithm tomorrow or restricts your account, poof, your connection to that audience disappears in an instant because you never actually held it to begin with.
Makingascene.org hits the nail on the head here. The artist helped build the road and is still charged the toll. It's a crucial point. You drive traffic to these social platforms, but then you have to turn around and pay for advertisements just to reach your own rented crowd when you want to promote a show or a new release. You create the art, you push your fans to their app, the app learns about your fans to sell ads, and then when you want to sell a concert ticket to your own people, the app charges you to reach them. You built the road, but you are the one paying the toll. Which brings us to track 3, building real fan memory. Let's look at an artist who stopped starting over.
Let's take a look at a fictional artist. We'll call her Lena. Now, Lena has 18,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. From the outside, she looks incredibly successful, right? Thousands of Instagram followers. But her bank account tells a very different story. Why? Because her 340-person email list is just a disconnected digital junk drawer. She has tons of attention, but she has absolutely zero fan memory. To fix this, Lena needs a CRM, Customer Relationship Management. Now I know, that sounds incredibly corporate and boring, but stick with me. It's really just a permission-based system that helps an artist remember exactly who their fans are, what they care about, what they've done in the past, and what the artist should do next. Basically, it creates that crucial fan memory so she can stop treating every single loyal fan like a total stranger. When you compare a true fan CRM to a digital junk drawer, the differences are night and day. In a junk drawer, you just have a list of random emails. You have no idea who actually bought a t-shirt and who just wanted a free download, so you end up blasting the exact same generic message to everyone, and then you wonder why your engagement numbers fall off a cliff. But a proper CRM, it acts like a fan passport. It tracks locations, show history, merch purchases. It gives you the context you need so you can take targeted, meaningful action instead of just spamming everyone. So here's how this actually works in practice. Lena implements this new fan funnel. Step 1, instead of just begging people to join a mailing list because nobody wants to do that, she offers a live recording via a QR code right at her merch table. Step 2, fans get that recording in exchange for their email, their city, and their permission. Step 3, they automatically enter a welcome sequence that tells the actual story behind her songs. Step 4, they get an exclusive offer to buy a vinyl record. Boom. She's completely transformed how she interacts with her audience. And that leads perfectly into track 4, turning data into income, the path from memory to revenue. Here is exactly how that data translates into real value.
Location data. That means better ticket routing. Lena books shows where she actually has engaged fans who will buy tickets, not just anonymous streaming dots on a map. Purchase history means smart merch offers. By remembering the relationship, she learns that her vinyl buyers want signed lyric sheets, and her repeat attendees want access to sound checks. Knowing this significantly reduces bad guesses and drastically increases her revenue.
Now, you don't have to be a data scientist to manage all this. An independent artist can actually use AI as a working assistant to find patterns in the data, like figuring out which cities have rising engagement or drafting segmented emails. And this is a massive red flag, according to makingascene.org, you absolutely must protect fan privacy. You only ever give AI the minimum anonymous information required. Never ever paste a fan's personal address or phone number into a public chatbot, ever.
Which brings us to track 5, trust is the ultimate currency. Just because it's artist-owned doesn't automatically mean it's fan-friendly.
To build a system based on respect, you don't need to be a privacy lawyer. You just need to follow a few simple ethical guidelines. First, ask clearly for permission. Second, collect only what you actually have a purpose for. I mean, you don't need their home address if you're just going to send them emails, right? Protect the data securely. Keep a record of exactly what they consented to. And critically, make leaving and unsubscribing incredibly easy.
Look, platforms like Spotify, TikTok, and Instagram are fantastic tools. They're great discovery doors. But you really have to ask yourself this critical question. Is your discovery door leading to a rented crowd or an owned home? Without building fan memory, without migrating those listeners into a space that you actually control, aren't you just repeatedly starting at zero with every single release, desperately trying to wake up the algorithm?
The new music industry middle class isn't going to be built by going viral just one time. It's going to be built by artists who use platforms for discovery, cross that bridge using permission, and rely on fan memory to create a sustainable, long-term career. Trust is the asset that makes literally everything else possible. Treat your fans' data with respect, make offers that actually matter to them, and watch your independent career absolutely thrive. So, the real question is, will you keep feeding the platform's algorithm, or will you start building an empire of your own? Make sure you check out the other great articles and resources on makingascene.org, the place the indie artist goes to build the new music industry.